Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps, man? All right, today is a chance for us to check back into what's going on with Bitcoin to see if it is still suffering from the El Salvador jinx and get your guys' opinion on it. I left a video last night. You guys liked the intro, so we'll touch on that in just a little bit, plus a couple other things we need to touch on as well. Hey, folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings and their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right. Gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor, protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code PIMPY, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free half ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. Speaking of, right now, gold and silver, man, they took a dip yesterday as well, which is kind of surprising, but everything did. So we had gold, silver, stock market, cryptos all taking a dive at one time. It looked like it was going to crash. I don't know if somehow, some way they got in there and interfered, but it definitely looked like the market was getting ready to drop. Gold and silver did quickly recover, so that was a good thing. For those of you looking for my address, it's right here. And you guys know I have an alternative website over there. There is a lot of information on the RONA you guys should pay attention to. Hey, send some love and support over to our people over there at Wall Street Silver. They have a YouTube channel as well as a Reddit page. The links for both of those are down below. So, you know, gold had lost about $34, $35, man, and then it rebounded pretty nicely. But today it looks like a $2 drop. They're still below the 1800 silver delivery month. That's right, silver delivery month. Anyway, silver, man, it keeps getting up there around a $24 mark. Starts to look like it's going to run. And I mean, it starts to run. It starts jumping up by 10, 15, 30, 50 cents. And then all of a sudden it gets knocked back down. They're definitely making sure it stays somewhere around a $24 mark. Let's see what happens. I think they're holding down gold and silver as much as possible because we sure do know there is a lot of countries, central banks buying them up like it's candy. Anyways, what's going on with our friends here at Bitcoin, man? Still dropping. Well, it was lower than that, I think, last night. Even today, it dropped down about 45. So it recovered some, but it's still down, at least for the day. Or is it possible that our banking buddies are trying to honor their short contracts? Once they got into this and started selling derivatives and stuff on cryptocurrencies, I know this is going to happen. They'll start manipulating the market as much as possible. So shorten it. They're supposed to be somewhere between $24,000 and $22,000 by December. What do you guys think? Think that's going to happen? You see what they do to gold and silver. That's what they're going to do to Bitcoin all the time. Hex, man, I don't know what's going on with Hex, but it just keeps climbing. Let's take a look. I mean, look at this. 2 cents back in April. That was just a few months ago, and already it's still flying. Ethereum started to run on up there, then came right back down again. It was around 3,900, settles at 35. Here's the thing that gets me about this. When one coin goes up and down, this is why, another reason, I've said this before, why I don't like cryptocurrencies. Each one of these should be green, red on their own. Not all of them are. There's a couple. But green and red on their own. Why are all of them going in the same direction at the same time? Other than the fact they're cryptocurrencies, what does Bitcoin's operation got to do with Ethereum's operation? Ethereum should be standing on their own. This is another thing that I don't trust about this. I want to have faith in cryptocurrencies. I really do. Like I said, I support the premise and what they want to do. But when I see crap like this all the time, it's really discouraging. So Bitcoin up there around 46. You can look over here at the 52-week average. They're still at least above the halfway mark. You got, let's see here. Ethereum is about 3/4 of the way up. Hex, man, it just keeps setting new records. I think I'm about to switch on over there. See what happens. XRP took a nice little hit. As you can see, most all of them took a hit. Veracity, that's still around 4. Not too bad. It went from 5 to 4 cents. It's about 20% loss, dang. All right, let's see what the news is on cryptos and other things. So look, it says here in this article that Dow Jones falls as Yellen gives the warning. Fed officials urging tapering. Coinbase dips on probe. So the feds are talking about tapering. For those who don't know what tapering is, every month the Fed is buying more and more assets to keep the market afloat. If they don't, we crash. So now they're talking about tapering. What are they doing per month right now? What is it, 120 billion per month? So what are they going to taper it down to? Like what, 115? So that's what tapering is. In other words, we're going to let the markets float on their own, little by little. It's like when you ride your bike and you start taking off the training wheels, but you still got somebody holding on to the seat. Then the next thing you know, they let go of the seat and you're on your own. That's kind of gives you an idea what tapering is. Coinbase is being investigated. What for? Well, let's see. Coinbase took a dive on the news that is facing enforcement actions from the SEC following a probe. While off lows, shares of the cryptocurrency exchange remain down more than 2%. Coinbase stock is fighting to hold above the 21-day average. Okay. The firm said in its Tuesday filing that it received notice on September 1st saying that the regulatory had made a preliminary determination to recommend enforcement action related to Coinbase Lend program. Coinbase introduced the program on June 29th, but it has yet to be launched. Well, there are cryptocurrencies on there that act like a lending agency. You can lend out cryptocurrencies and make money off them. They compound pretty good interest. So if you want to just let your money sit there, that's what you do, is put in something like Compound or something and lend it out. It earns money while it's just sitting there. I would imagine it's, let's see here. I don't know where we are as far as savings. I remember savings accounts used to get 2-3% per year. Heck, you don't get nothing like that now. In Compound, you know, in some cases you can get up to 15% per year, but you have to jump through hoops to get it. But, you know, if most people out there that know what they're doing, they will make the effort. Coinbase said it has been talking with the SEC for nearly 6 months. See, again, here we go. The SEC screwing around with Coinbase, screwing around with crypto market. I keep telling you guys, I want to have faith in them. I do. I love the premise of cryptocurrencies. I like what they have to offer. I like what El Salvador did. We'll get into that here in just a little bit. So did Bitcoin take a dip because of this SEC filing? Coinbase slammed for, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this. So we all know that Coinbase got hacked. A lot of people's accounts were drained. A lot of money was taken, especially some of my subscribers. So you can either, they used to have what's called a live chat. You used to be able to do that, but they took that away. But it looks like they're going to bring it back. You can email them, but it takes 7,647,000,000 years. Or you could call them, but it's really hard to reach them sometimes. So a hacker was able to get in there, drain a lot of people's wallets. Again, which is another one of my concerns about cryptocurrencies, getting hacked. Now, I have mentioned in other videos, the way to protect yourself from getting hacked is to transfer your cryptos into a nano ledger. You guys, if it's on a nano ledger, then nobody's going to be able to hack into it. A nano ledger is like a thumb drive that you keep with yourself, but you have to be very careful with it, okay? How you set it up, just follow the instructions closely. So it's like a thumb drive. You can keep them off the internet and protect yourself. That's something I would recommend everybody. Before, I'd say I wouldn't do it unless I had a lot of money in there, but I got to keep in mind that my idea of a lot of money is not the same as yours. So it might be worth it for you to get a nano ledger and just set it up. All right, if you need help on how to set up the nano ledger, there's all kinds of instructional videos on YouTube. But there's a great way to protect yourself from getting drained off these platforms. So anyways, Coinbase being slammed for what users say is terrible customer service after hackers drain their accounts. Okay, yeah, a lot of people have it, but not just that. We know that over 2020, there was at least 3 times in which we've seen cryptocurrencies take a major dive in value. And when people when they got panicky and they try to sign on to Coinbase or other platforms too, including Robinhood, whenever a market started to take a dive, people wanted to jump on there to, either sell or transfer their cryptos over so they didn't take a major hit. But they couldn't get onto the platforms. The platforms had a hard time letting people on. Some people did. A lot of people did not. That was my issue with them and another concern that I had. It says CNBC interviewed Coinbase users across the country and found thousands of customers' complaints against the company. Well, how do you know who the Coinbase holders are? It's supposed to be total anonymity. So how many of you believe that CNBC actually interviewed thousands of Coinbase account holders? I'm wondering how they got that information. So anyway, it said the interviews and complaints revealed a pattern of account takeovers where users see money suddenly vanish from their accounts. So there is a pattern. People been hacking. So crypto people will always defend cryptos. They go, we'll go to another platform. We'll go to this other platform. We'll put it on a nano ledger, which is probably your best move, you guys. Put it on a nano ledger. But the fact that platforms do get hacked into, that's another reason why I'm not thrilled about the CBDC. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. So yeah, people are complaining about Coinbase, that on top of the fact that they get been hacked a few times, on top of the fact now the SEC is messing with them. I did this video, and of course, a lot of people liked it. This is funny, the intro. Driver! I was just being silly. So I was being silly with my intro. So let's see what your comments are, because I asked a question. My question to you guys was, is the powers that be going to manipulate the market just so they can affect the purchasing power of El Salvador? That was one of the comments I was making in the videos. I said I wouldn't put it past the people to do that. Look what they're doing with the RONA around the world, all right? You guys think about that. So it's not beyond them to not care about a nation. Seriously. They'll let the crypto crash all the way down just to keep people from doing it. If these people do it successfully, El Salvador I'm talking about, if El Salvador is successful in using Bitcoin, that's going to be a game changer for people. There's other countries out there watching this. People that have been sanctioned by the United States. If this is the workaround, they'll do it. Well, if El Salvador stands on its feet without the globalists, that's their end. Amen to that. Love the intro. I'm not selling, just riding the wave. Yeah, most savvy and seasonal cryptocurrency holders know not to panic. No matter how much money they lose, they just ride it out. And then eventually it rebounds and goes up a little bit higher. It's all good. El Salvador bought on the dip. Good for them. Yes, they did. The president, he tweeted out, buy on the dip, you guys. El Salvador now owns another 150 Bitcoin. That was pretty funny. Paraguay will be next. You think so, huh? I know Iran's most likely. Iran's one of those countries that'll probably do it. If they can get on a cryptocurrency, because they're having a hard time as well. Their entire economy is being affected. Not being under government control, that's the whole thing about Bitcoin. No, I get all that, but I mean, I can understand that the government does not have, and at least my understanding is they don't. Bitcoin has its own environment, its own, platform. It's not controlled by any one person or anything the way it was designed, which is fine and dandy. But where government can get involved is if they just outlaw it or, demand that it's taken down, or God knows. In other words, interfere like they do with everything else. That's my biggest concern. Kind of hard to believe that El Salvador would buy at the peak. Well, no, it was a pump after the finding of Wall Street shorted it this December at 20K. Yeah, that's for sure they did. Surely El Salvador knew this information. I would wait and buy in December. I think it's a hard thing to do. Wait when your economy is really hurting, your country's really hurting. You got a lot of people that you got to take care of. So they gave them all cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin. Yeah, so Wall Street did short Bitcoin, you guys. Their short contracts are between 22 and 24,000. So let's see how much control they have over crypto market, because us gold and silver people know what happened. Cryptos are digital fiat. You don't want them to survive. Look where we are at now. Yeah, Mark, I tell you, I see silver's in your name. I hear you. That's another reason why I'm not a fan of cryptos. Look, I got many reasons why when I try to get people to come on that are from the crypto market, that are a lot more savvier than I am, to try to find a way to ease my concerns. But I've yet to find anybody to do that. I believe Rice is coming on to talk to me about that. He's a pretty savvy guy when it comes to cryptocurrencies. They will allow BTC in El Salvador. Then other countries will adopt it. All world banks can implement Bitcoin too, but no one would be able to cash it out or buy or sell it unless they could prove your VAC status. This is my personal, well, that's what I'm saying about the CBDC. Once they grab control of your money, then, they're going to tell you have to do what they want or else. You guys see me play a video a million times. I'll do it again because I want to make sure that people understand. This is a guy from the Bank of International Settlement. They're setting up policies and procedures through the Great Reset for banks. Listen to what he's saying and ask yourself this question. Do you trust the government with your money? Let's hear what he has to say.
Analysis on CBDC, in particular for the use of general use, we tend to establish the equivalence with cash, and there is a huge difference there. For example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also, we will have the technology to enforce that.
So, central bank liability, that's the customer. You heard what he said. They don't know what people are doing with the money. Well, that's none of their business, in my opinion, but they want to make it their business, and that's what they're doing. That's why we're going to the central bank digital coin. And just like she's saying here, yep, you know it. Either get the vax or you can't get your money. They'll just penalize you or fine you. Not only that, they're trying to make currency that has an expiration date on there. You see, their whole entire economy is based on debt. So they want you in debt. They don't want you saving. As a matter of fact, in the Great Reset, they don't want generational wealth transfer. So if your parents are rich and they want to pass it off to you, no can do, Sparky. That's what they were saying. Like Rick likes the intro. Mark Moss did a great video on YouTube talking about Bitcoin. Yeah? Oh, yeah, over there in El Salvador. It would be even better if El Salvador could mine their own Bitcoin, take it away from China. I don't think China has it anymore. They got rid of them. Most of those people are here now. Well, they're not just here. I mean, they're in other places, but a bulk of the mining companies came here in the United States. But yeah, I would agree. That's what they should probably look into. The well sell, the people buy, that's the best thing you get to do because they will saturate the markets, man, and cause that sucker to drop down. So here's the way I look at it. The whales have a ton of Bitcoin. They can manipulate the markets. So every time they get ready to sell a bunch of them, that's everybody else's time to jump all over it. The reason for that is once you have it, they can't get it. That gives them less control. See where I'm going with that? All right, I won't keep going down. But anyways, I was just wondering, El Salvador say Bitcoin. Please read the history in El Salvador, Pimpy. I know about El Salvador. Didn't you hear when I said in there? Get rid of the politics side of this. I understand the history of El Salvador. I said that in there. I was just saying on the pure Bitcoin cryptocurrency level is what I was talking about. But can El Salvador, well, if you think about it, if governments are planning to do away like China with cryptocurrencies, but countries all of a sudden start adopting Bitcoin as an actual currency, that could be trouble for trying to do away with cryptocurrencies altogether. What in the world are you talking about? Silver lost 39 cents again today and didn't get anything back of its 24. I mean, that was just yesterday. It did get back last night. Gold and silver recovered kind of quickly. So right now it's at 23.93. But let's see where it was. So yeah, yesterday was the 7th right here. See, it's at 24 there. It's at 24, 24, 24. Yeah, it's about 24. It was on the 8th when that sucker took a dive. Anyways, cryptocurrencies, welcome to the world of derivatives and short contracts and futures contracts. That's what it was. They sold futures at $22 and $24, or $22 and $24,000. So much for going to the moon. Let's see what happens. I'm curious to see. Again, you should be really upset about the fact that, cryptocurrencies all move together like they do. Each crypto should move on their own. There's something weird about that. See? Yeah, what are your guys' opinion on it? The fact that they all move up and down together for the most part. I don't think that's a good thing. Why would they all move together? They're their own entity. They do their own thing. Anyways, that's just my opinion again. That's it for now, you guys. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.